Duh, take this, you stupid whore. Sun screeched in the voice of an exceptionally mentally disabled monkey, such retardation forming a phenomenon of dense singularity. Sun was so fucking stupid that when he tried to spank Blake with his somehow much more intelligent gunchucks, he missed and hit Neptune in his bajoinkers, causing him to clutch his dink and lose his balance, falling several stories and breaking his legs within a dumpster. Blake was suspended and blindfolded in some sort of demonic ritual where Sun hits her and it feels good because of the magic of consent. Blake's excitement continued to grow, not knowing when Sun would smack her, stick his banana into her, or do both at the same time, just like ninjas of love. Blake shivered because it was getting fucking cold. Sun left the window open. Unfortunately, Sun was so unbelievably inept that he tripped over Blake's legs. In fact, he was barely even able to lay a finger on Blake. Sun, if you're not going to do this right, please let me down. Don't leave me hanging, Blake quipped. Sun's incapability to understand basic English led him to interpret Blake's statement as a request that he proceed to hang himself. Sun was really mad. Sun managed to waddle over to the local convenience store after taking Neptune's wallet and bought 5,000 pounds of rope with cash. Sun, in a rare moment of competence, managed to glue one end of the rope to the ceiling, but Sun could not tie a good noose for his life. After several hours of this bullshit, Sun was still fiddling with the rope. When Sun tried to learn how to tie a noose from the internet, but actually succeeded in falling for 5 Nigerian money scams and infecting his scroll with Bonzi Buddy, Blake's bladder lost its will to live and used her small intestines to make a noose and hang itself. Blake's internal organs went into bankruptcy as she took a piss and missed the litter box. Sun was really pissed. As Blake soiled the carpet, Sun went supernova and would eventually turn to a black hole because he was quite dense enough. Sun's body temperatures reached dangerous levels, and he advanced step by menacing step as he expanded Wukonged. He was going for the pussy's pussy. Sun's a real horn dog. Suddenly, in a flash, Nora popped out of the ceiling with Ren. They had to be watching in the hope of seeing some top-quality bondage action. Yum yum. But Nora's short patience had depleted watching Sun dink around, unable to accomplish anything. Such timely intervention was nothing short of a memory, a reenactment of the great heroics of Saddam Hussein as he freed the UNITU from the tyrannical clutches of Adolf Lincoln and the grips of madness strong and profound enough to cause the emancipation of the fondest slaves. What an error in judgment. What a shithead move. In that moment, one could legitimately argue that Mr. Wukong would serve as a superior president. Could one wrap one's head around such sheer insanity? Many heroes had tried to stop the new dictator, for it left unopposed, may trigger a second cataclysm, another catastrophe on the scale of the sinking of Atlantis, bringing the world to its knees, never to recover. Brave men and women tried to stop the Faunus uprising. Lance Armstrong, Amelia Earhart, Beowulf, the president of Camelot, Elf Collaborator, the motherfucker king, Michael Jordan. Their efforts were sincere, their power great, but in the end they had failed. And Faunus now stood on equal footing with their social betters. But they had tried, and perhaps one day, in a brighter future, Faunus would once again live in the dumpster and feed on the blood of infants. Nora grabbed Sun's stupid-ass face and proceeded to force all the bananas in Africa down his throat, while Ren took Sun's 2 gunchucks, RWBY Bang and Jingu Bang, and banged him in the butt. As Ren forced the weapons in, the ends spun around, forming a helicopter slide cone technique, producing enough liftoff and helium to lift Sun several inches as Ren pulled on his tail hard enough to destroy an orphanage in order to ground the gunchucks deeper into Sun's monkey shit spewing bowels. Sun was in an immeasurable amount of agony. His pain measured about 24601 units, about the same amount of pain one would endure spending 19 years with President over bread. "And I'm Jeffet," Nora shouted as she kicked Sun in the gut and did the monkey. Sun vomited harder than John when he was sent to the moon on a cheese mining expedition. Ren's overzealous rear-end double-dunk dual penetration caused him to accidentally pull the triggers, splitting Sun in half, coating half the room in blood, innards, stupidity, and mashed bananas. Half of the students of Beacon contracted cancer as they were exposed to the energy of atoms splitting as the sun died. His body still mangled from the dumpster, Neptune was unable to fight off the wave of cancer and quickly expired like last week's garbage, which he now mingled with. Perhaps in the afterlife he will meet a hot, sexy, milk carton, trashy garbage wife and have many disgusting half-breed garbage children, and they can all live in a dumpster with RWBY. Nora and Ren collected the banana-infused body fluid and the corpses, safely depositing them in Blake's litter box, and left for a night of kinky pancake escapades. Hours later, in the middle of the syrup golden showers, Nora wondered,
I feel like we'll forgive some potent shit, Ren.
Back in the RWBY dorm, Weiss, RWBY, and Yang proceeded to bleed from their noses after seeing Blake still suspended in a somewhat compromised position. The nurse treated their nosebleeds right away, leaving many cancer-affected students to die, for they are not as important as the main characters. Blake shivered again as a particularly nasty draft blew in from the window. I hate winter, she complained. I really miss summer. You know who else really misses summer? A familiar voice called. Suddenly, Adam Taurus appeared at the window as dramatic music played. RWBY and Yang. He finished as some white gang goons played a rim shot in front of the dumpster. To be continued. My name is Sean Hashon. And I'm Jabat. Do not forget my name. Do not forget me. 24601.